game. Once again, it's Hardpoint Raid, Refuse versus VAV, and finally, after a little bit of a delay, we're actually going to start.
Well, usually it's third time lucky, but I'm hoping it's second time lucky and we can just get this thing going straight away. Fairview is going to be the man on the screen straight off the bat. Still looks like it's pretty much going to be the same classes. Nobody actually running flak jacket there. Anybody from Refuse? Interesting.
Oh, here we go. They're actually going to start now, and it does seem like there is no restart. Brilliant. This game on board with Fairview as he moves towards the hardpoint with his team, and the first few kills are going to come out as Mover instantly takes down Refuse. Fairview moving into it now. Still on board with Fairview as he tries to contest his hardpoint.
Yeah, and you've got to think about where Refuse spawned there right at the start, because they've got to push through. They spawn back in that garage area, which is, of course, the third hardpoint hill that we see. And they have got to push through there, try and get those laundry spawns and get back there, ready to move on to that kitchen hardpoint, which will be the second one. You see that blue van blowing up. That can be a real deadly area, that blue van, right off the bat. If you blow that thing up when people are starting to move over there, it's going to be difficult, but Refuse have already got pretty much all the time on the hardpoint so far. Only 25 seconds to go before you rotate, and this first raid circle hill is always such a hotly contested one. Yeah,
there's always a lot of contesting going on this, but simply because there's so much cover and the sideline is broken up by the big statue in the middle. And it's kind of all the way, and then both teams kind of wanted to get on the hard point, but also jockey for the next one. So neither team's really worried about pushing and knocking the other team out. He's going to jump on board with VAV Rob, who's actually got all of his score streaks already, and that's going to set him up great because they also have the better spawn as well. And he gets the hard point secure. Now he's going to break up the war machine and lock it down.
Yeah, interesting to see him bring it out so early, but they've got full control of this right now. He's the only person on the hard point, knows that somebody's spawning behind him. That's great teamwork there to be able to call that out. Does pick up his second. He unfortunately gets taken out, which means Exertion is left in the hard point. But we'll stay on board with Rob just for a second, see if he can push around the back, see if he can break in there. But already a very even game so far. 25 and rising for Refuse compared to 20 here for VAV, still with 8 minutes and 27 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, it certainly is. And you know what? I actually come off and he's used a lot of his shots now. Yeah. He has to use all of them. And that was simply the flak jacket was just absorbing so many. Can he pick up another kill? Almost gets it. No. Managed to actually duck out of it. Eventually, Rob actually cleans up that kill. And at the moment, very, very tight between the two teams. Kills being exchanged all over the place. I'm surprised more wasn't made of these score streaks.
Yeah, and I mean, this is what we wanted. We wanted a close game. We've seen some really stretched games earlier on where teams were just absolutely dominating. So I hope we get a close one now. But as we say that, we do see Refuse managing to double up on points right now. They are in the lead by quite a margin, about 20 points or so, and it's still going up. We are going to be rotating over towards this garage hill at the start, but VAV, especially Brennan, is in control of that right now. He's going to be the only one on it. Let's see what the rotation's like, because a couple of people are spawning out, it seems, from Refuse.
Yeah, Brennan was all alone there at the moment, and now they've got VAV got so much work to do. And you know what, at the moment, it just seems like Refuse's game. I'm going to have a quick look at the scoreboard. 10-7, 10-6. You know, some decent fragging going on. A lot of defends actually from the Refuse lineup as well. Let's jump on board with either Aspix or Charisma. Let's jump on board with Charisma.
Yeah, we haven't seen him yet so far, and he's got that Hellstorm Missile already, using that MSMC as well as an M8 as well, and that's such a crucial thing. He does unfortunately get taken out, but it is such a crucial thing, you know, if you're playing that submachine gun role, if you're going to be able to pick up an M8 from a dead body on the floor and be able to use it so you can have a better chance against those, you know, long-range engagements. It's something which some players forget to actually do, but it's such a critical thing, and he's already getting setting up on this basketball hardpoint, and in my opinion, this basketball one is probably the most important one because you can really lock down some time on it.
Yeah, I was going to say we're about to see Rob actually use some of them score streaks to open it up, and he hasn't done that great with them. They all knew they were coming. We actually managed to pick up a kill anyway on the back of it. Doesn't get the second one though, and I know Refuse also have score streaks. If they do use it, lose this hardpoint, they can actually bring it in, as they actually bring in Hellstorm straight away to just take some of the pressure off. And at the moment, this early rotation is actually working really well for them.
Oh yeah, for sure it is indeed. They've still got control of this hardpoint, about a 40-point lead, and still rising for them. Exertion and Fairview, who is on your screen at the minute, in control of it. And although they don't have those top spawns, they're happy to just let them funnel in from that top stairs area right now. Is Fairview going to pick up another one? Yes, he is. That's 3 kills, all inside the hardpoint already, and they are just about to break that 100-point barrier.
Oh, can he actually hold this off? No, he can't. He does drop, but there's 20 seconds left. Are they going to challenge it much more? It doesn't actually look like it. Refuse now deciding to actually just set up for the middle. And this one's always been a difficult one to hold. I'll actually quickly check if VAV have got anything left. They do have a Hellstorm, which will come in very useful on this one, or potentially the next one, simply because the next one is a little bit more open without the Tree of Life in the middle.
Oh, the Tree of Life. That thing can be pretty brutal at times. You know, put in some good hard work trying to earn a score streak and then pretty much get weighted by that, but great two-piece there from Mover. He's going to get a third. No, he doesn't. he gets taken out. Unfortunately, Exertion, though, is on a 3-score streak, about 2/3 of the way to that first score streak. That Hellstorm missile. Already seen a lot of streaks come in here on Raid Hardpoint, which is what we like to see. Hardpoint is contested. He's not going to pick up that one, though. And this is back and forth, although Refuse have managed to lock down more time and VAV. It's still a close one, I'd say.
Certainly is, and he's actually bringing it in and picks up 3 there. However, 2 of them were his own teammates.
Yeah.
He's not going to be happy with that. Charisma's also got streaks on the go as well. And both teams now just going to eke out the next probably 10 seconds of this one and then look to setting up on the next one. And at the moment, Refuse are in control. Oh,
they are indeed. They managed to break that one incredibly well. There were 3 momentarily for VAV in that middle hardpoint, which we see is just about to rotate back to the start. And then they all got pushed out of there, but we've made a full rotation now. We're going right back to the start. That raid circle area is going to be the next one, and I expect it to be hotly contested. But this is starting to become crunch time now for VAV. We're halfway through the game, 4 minutes 50 seconds left on it. VAV need to lock down some time on this.
Yeah, they've actually managed to get straight back in again. You know what, they still have score streaks available. And at the moment, it just seems like Refuse are running away with it a little bit. Apex does have a Hellstorm he can use to break this if he needs to, and there he's going to bring it in. And he should get at least 2 here, but he might even pick up one of his own teammates. There we go, he gets 2. And it gives his team the ability to actually just push forward and get it again, but they are being outslayed a little bit on this hard point.
Yeah, they do. Let's have a look at their scoreboard again very quickly as we see Charisma picks up 4 there. He picks up all 4 of the guys from VAV, so that was absolutely crazy, and that moves him on to 23-12 at the second, so he's playing incredibly well on that 6-score streak. That was an absolutely nutty streak there. Score is 150-75, and as you say, they are really starting to run away with it.
Wouldn't surprise me to see that Hellstorm in action once again when he comes out, although I think they might leave it. Actually, now that the kitchen's coming into rotation very, very shortly, and he is, and it's just going to try and hold this off now. He's going to save it for a rainy day, perhaps.
Yes, maybe so indeed. But, you know, one thing, although we say that, you know, Refuse are starting to run away with it, VAV, they only need 1 more good hardpoint to really come back into this game and have like a 10-point difference or so. So 1 good hill for them could be quite important. They've got a lot of time to do it. Still 3 minutes 42 seconds left, so it's, you know, not over by any count. But right now there are still 3 people on this kitchen hill for Refuse. They are definitely dominating. Got a lot of hills in the hardpoint as well. And can we just flick through each player and actually see what roles they're all playing? I'm interested to see if they're playing 3 submachine guns. It looks like they are indeed. So 3 MSMCs. Interesting choice.
Interesting enough, if he picks up this kill, he will actually end up overlapping his Hellstorm. So now he's got them both back again. Ready to use the next one. They are. Like I said, you said they only need 1 good hardpoint, but Refuse have basically got a good hardpoint themselves and put it even further out of contest. And at the moment, Charisma is just trying to... He looks like he's going for the rotate, actually. It's interesting. Refuse have definitely been the team that's got the earlier rotations. They're quite happy to give up those 20 seconds to go, you know what, we're leaving, have them 20 seconds. We'll get 40 on the next one. It
seems like pretty much, you know, I'm not saying anything against them, but... You know, thinking about it now as we're so late on into the game, a lot of the time that VAV have actually got on the hills have been through that scrap time at the end when Refuse have made that early rotation. So it's obviously a playstyle that they like to do, getting that early rotations in. They are obviously confident at locking down the hard point. Let's have a look at their defense again. I know I like bringing up the scoreboard, but I want to see what the defense are at the second. There we go, exactly proof. 8, 10 and 13 defense. So they are definitely able to hold down a hard point well. Charisma's going to do some work in here. He did just pick up 1 in the hill.
They're not having an awful lot of luck getting his personnel from them Lambo. They just can't dislodge him.
There we go, they have got control of it right now. There is going to be 1 person moving in there. They get taken out. That's like all 4 in.
Full streaks then as well, and use it to crack the hardpoint open. Yeah. And this could be a big play from him as he used it to lock it down. They need this time here, and they need to get a good rotation on the next one as well. He has a Hellstorm that will do it for him, but we know there's score streaks actually on the Refuse team as well. And now it does seem like the rotation is going to be in full effect. As you can see, once again, Refuse go for that early rotation and go, you know what, have the points. We're going to go set up on the next one.
Interesting to see 3 from VAV. They're starting to rotate towards that laundry section. None of them going up towards pool and just going over towards that laundry section, making sure they can get spawns again. They did it earlier on, and it really didn't work for them. Refuse were just happy for them to flood in from that top stair section. And as soon as I say that, of course, Fairview almost picked up a 3-piece there. He did get 2. And they've got that laundry section spawn at the second. Charisma's still in the hardpoint though.
Charisma a little bit all alone at the moment. He's probably a little bit worried, but his teammates are coming to back him up. Let's jump on board with someone else in the action. I'm going to jump on board with Mover.
Ooh, he did get taken out there. Codcaster as soon as we come in. Refuse are starting to run away with this. We want to see what work that, you know, VAV can do, because we haven't jumped on board with them too much during this game, but it's just because the way that Refuse have been playing, they really have been dominating it pretty much so far. And there we go. It does look like with 23 seconds left on the clock, they are going to be able to lock it down. Maybe they are not. Brennan
Exertion with a 3-piece.
Wow, look at that. Can you say any more?
I thought they were going to go for the early rotator.
Yeah,
we'll have this hard point, thank you. We'll take these points first.
They just want to shut them out. They want to get them right down there. They do not want them to get above 150 points, and Exertion just goes absolutely huge, taking all 3 of them out from that hardpoint hill. He doesn't need the rest of his teammates to do it. He can just take them out on his own, and there we go. TZR is actually going to be in control of the hill in a second. Have you seen them so far?
And there we go. Here it comes. Oh, he needs to spread it. That tree. Oh, I think he took out his own teammate there, and he did. Unfortunate for him, but we have Refuse still in there, and he's actually just putting shots through. Ready to actually do that kill? No, we can't. VAV actually pick up 3 as well, and refusing to let it all go. I mean, they actually won a little while ago, but they've just been fighting tooth and nail. Probably just lost and just concentrating more on the game than the score.
And one thing that I have to say as well is that it's good for VAV to still keep fighting it. You know, I was talking to Shane from Epsilon the other month actually, and he was saying, like, even on a hard point when you know that you've lost and you know that it's mathematically impossible to come back into the game, you need to make sure that you stop the enemy team getting 250 points. You want to try and stop the motivation as much as you can and the momentum for it. So that's what I know that he tries to plan and do if he knows that he's going to lose a game. Just stop them getting 250, and that's what VAV did.
Yeah, most certainly so. And there we go. First map to Refuse at the moment. And it's quite a comfortable win in my opinion.
Yeah, it was.
They basically just slayed, had the rotations better, and that led to them just going, look at that, 37 for 22, wow. 39 34 sorry, for 29. Massive defends also from the Refuse lineup, and that's the difference. 35
defends throughout their entire team in that game. 35. And that was only between 3 of them. One of their players, which obviously was their anchor role, didn't even get a single defend. So yeah, that's probably one of the most that I've seen for quite a while actually, 35 defends on raid hardpoint.